It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the San Antonio.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We're in San Antonio. The Spurs with home court playing here at the AT&T Center. You look at the Celtics. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
And, you know, for Boston, they've been slightly off the mark here early in the season. Not awful by any stretch of the imagination, but just not quite at the level many had predicted.
Well, it's been an R&B start for them, very smooth. And for all the talk coming into the year that they were just going to run away and hide at the top of the standings, it's looking like it might be not so easy for them.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward out there with Lowry, and it's Taurean Prince. Then there's Horford, and it's Millsap in at the 4 spot. Williams, that's good. Now about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide, and they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes, or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? You know, what did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp? What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November and early December, we won 7 to 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
Now here is Horford. To the left side wing. For 3, Millsap. Another miss by Millsap.
And his touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter. And he's missing a ton of shots.
The shot by Williams, no good. The Celtics have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Williams against Hayward. Fires for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Hayward's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Celtics.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
This is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
Now here's Williams. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter.
Sweet Lou Williams came into the NBA straight out of high school. I don't think a lot of people remember that back in 2005. The former 45th pick has more than exceeded his selection spot over the course of his career. Last year winning the 6th Man of the Year award.
Now Williams, after Gordon Hayward's three-pointer, they didn't go. 6 to shoot. Williams from outside. Again, the miss by Williams. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And you look back on Lou Williams going in the second round, pretty surprising considering, Brent, he accomplished so much in high school just in the Atlanta area.
Yeah, the National High School Player of the Year, a state title. And he graduated as the 2nd all-time leading scorer in the whole state of Georgia. Continues to fill it up in the pros. He's unstoppable at times.
Lowry kicks to Hayward. Prince against Iguodala. Pass to Lowry. Nice ball movement by Boston. Millsap misses.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Outside Williams. From the high post. Williams has got 7.
Pretty good mid-range player there. The touch from Lou Williams, especially on those kind of jumpers, that one's on the money.
Pass to Hayward. charity stripe shot. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Like to see when an offensive player takes some pride in the...
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Spurs lead by 1. And the second...
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And welcome back as we continue our Christmas Day matchup. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their deep.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
Porzingis is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Williams. Then there's Teague. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, you realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you. Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. The drive by Lowry. And Embiid with the block. And they get it back. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Horford. Spurs have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Outside Williams. Jacks up a 3. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Utah Jazz.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Iguodala, the pass to Williams. Out to Porzingis. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the best player in the NBA?
5 years from now, the best player in the NBA will be
Antetokounmpo? I'm going to go.
Wow.
I'm going to go and just say that right now.
You think he'll be the best player in the league?
If he does not get injured, I think he'll be the best player in the NBA. 5 years from now.
Okay, that sounds good.
Give me another name.
Is Joel Embiid going to be the man in the league?
I like it if he stays healthy. Of course, you can say that with anybody.
You can say it with anybody, but Joel Embiid might just be that guy.
Special talents. And here's Lowry. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Good. Prince has got his first basket of the night.
Well, he has good size in his position, and Taurean Prince, even though traffic around him doesn't speed him up. Nice shot there.
Teague finds Iguodala. 59 seconds left in the first half. Here's Embiid. Got it. Good job in the low post. Embiid's got the lead up to 4 now for San Antonio.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The pass to Hayward to the wing right side. Releases from 15. A rebound by the Spurs. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston. Lowry against T. Embiid kicks to T. Unloads from 13. The second effort. And Horford pulls it down.
Wow. Just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Hayward outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. 11 points for Gordon Hayward.
Well, he's got that height advantage, and out on the perimeter, a small...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And that wraps up the half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Celtics. Prince out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Horford. And it's Hayward. And it's Lowry in at the point guard. Here's Millsap. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Millsap's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Celtics. Outside Williams. Passes to Iguodala. Porzingis on the wing. Williams. Over Hayward. Williams can't get it to go.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Brent, when you won your first championship back in 2005, you were inserted into the starting lineup in the playoffs against the Nuggets. What did that feel like?
Well, that was a lot of fun. I joked around a lot about I was replacing Manu in the starting lineup. It was very exciting to have that opportunity, and obviously that team that year going on to do great things. The goal we set out to do was win the championship. Mission accomplished.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line. And shaking his head moment there, had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Lowry passes to Horford. Lowry kicks to Hayward. Pass to Horford. Down low, here's Prince. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Williams. Iguodala against Prince. Spurs working the ball around now. Williams for 3. Good on the triple. Williams has got 10 points in the game.
During his career, Lou Williams has been a decent threat from the three-point line, around 35%. Good at stretching out the court.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I called Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. It just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league.
Spurs trail by 4. T kicks to Williams. To Teague. Makes it off the glass. He has 6.
Love how Jeff Teague did not fear that attempt. He was amongst the trees, but it did not affect the shot.
Millsap down low. Guarded by Porzingis. Hayward kicks to Lowry. For 3. Rebound by Iguodala. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Shoots from the baseline. Here's Embiid. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That one on Horford.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Millsap. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Teague dishes to Williams. And it's good for 2. And now a 3-point San Antonio lead.
Lou Williams is got it going. Look out.
Here's Hayward. No good off the back of the rim. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Spurs out in front, leading by. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platform.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Porzingis, Lou Williams out there with Teague, and there's Iguodala. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
Here's Iguodala. The rebound by Prince.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Lowry finds Horford. Here's Millsap. Rebound by Iguodala.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
A floater, and the layup is up and in. Iguodala's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Spurs. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a 5-point game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Cloak loose and stolen by Jeff Teague. And here they come. Here's Williams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And we talk about Lou Williams being one of those herky-jerky players, unpredictable at how he's going to score, but he will score.
And Williams drops them both.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Lowry passes to Hayward. Over Williams, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Hayward.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Well, we've seen some big plays here tonight, but they've been sporadic. That's been an issue.
Porzingis kicks to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Celtics trail by 5. Lowry finds Horford. Lowry feeling it out a bit. It's Prince on the wing. Headed by Porzingis. Count it. Good. And 11 points for Taurean Prince.
Well, the bigger the possession, the more engaged Taurean Prince is. Wow.
Teague bounce pass from 11 feet away, misses off the right iron. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Lowry. Now just a 1-point Spurs lead.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. Got the talent to finish, too.
Embiid, no good.
He usually knocks those shots down with ease. Defense got very fortunate there as they gave him way too much room to get that one off.
Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Looking to end his cold spell. That one falls. And the Spurs lead by 1.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time.
Williams against Hayward. Over Williams. Hayward can't hit.
The defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Here's Prince. Money!
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just one or two shots at the end decide the outcome.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move, right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Lowry kicks to Hayward. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Lowry. And a miss there on the triple. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 3. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter from the baseline. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
Hayward hits them both.
A good guy to have on the free throw line when the score is close, and he takes care of business as usual.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. It's the first. That will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Millsap in the corner. Lowry for 3. Count it! Oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
San Antonio calls timeout. The score knotted at 40. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Right side Teague. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from the AT&T Center in San. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court right now for the Spurs. Teague out there with Lou Williams. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Iguodala. And at the 3, the small forward. Teague feeling it out a bit. Here's Embiid. And the basket is good. Embiid's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Spurs. Boston trailing. Passes it to Hayward. Feeds to Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
Everybody knows that the ball is going to Horford in that situation because he routinely makes big shots.
And San Antonio shooting at a decent 44% clip here. And they double up Embiid. The dive for the ball. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And the Celtics with possession here. Overtime still getting started here, just about a minute in.
And that in-between range is a shot Lowry uses to keep defenders off balance. As good as he is with the three ball or attacking at the rim, he still has that mid-range to fall back on. And you can see the defense now getting a little nervous, almost on their heels. I think they're starting to feel it.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Inside, here's Millsap. Good!
What a huge shot from Millsap. Gotta love how he steps up in that moment.
Teague. Pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. Back to Teague. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Horford. Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Well, you overreact to Paul Millsap. Good job of him staying patient and then finding one of his open teammates.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 4. 24 seconds left in the first overtime. Down low and stolen by Kyle Lowry. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And those attempts right now at the charity stripe are helping them pull away.
Teague kicks to Embiid. The kick out to Williams. But they get it back. To Porzingis. And the 3 off target. And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They'd used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.